I've gone into business with my son Michael to buy, renovate right, and sell properties.
We're in business together. This is exciting.
We traveled 3 hours to purchase an eyesore of a commercial residential property for just under $600,000, located on the St. Lawrence River in the beautiful Thousand Islands.
Let's get this demo started.
We've battled asbestos, and rain, and water, and then more rain, to eventually come to the decision that there were so many structural issues, it made the most sense to tear the whole place down and start again.
It's all coming down. Huzzah!
So far, we've put the second floor up, roof trusses on, sheathing down, and a new septic tank installed. Now, we may have an issue with the well. Holmes, I don't want to drill a new well.
I don't want to drill a new well either. You picked this place.
There's got to be something here that works. Something. We're taking this series to a whole new level as my son Michael and I take a deeper dive into the construction issues we faced during this renovation. We will provide you, the viewers, with even more valuable and pragmatic takeaway, as well as never-before-seen footage. So let's make it right with Homes and Homes Retooled.
We need to test the recovery rate of the well. We have to make sure that the water replenishes fast enough once the well runs dry.
And if our recovery rate's no good, what is the worst-case scenario?
Drill another well?
That's not what I wanted to hear. There's got to be something here that works. Luckily, we finally get some good news. So the recovery rate on the well is good, and we don't have to dig another well. There's some good news.
Well, Mark, everything went well, I guess.
Well, let me see.
Okay, I got something. I got something that was positive. Mark.
What's going on?
So
Mark is our builder here at the River House, and we're just lucky because his wife happens to be a designer.
Perfect couple. Well, in my construction world anyways. I have never used a designer for anything. It's always been me all these years. And I'd like to think that I could design anything. But there comes a time when you've got an awful lot on your plate, and you may need a second knife and fork. So we've asked Crystal to design the River House. See if she can wow me.
We meet with Crystal, who has been working on a few design ideas for the exterior of the River House.
So that's kind of the window colors. The window's black, the brick mold's linen.
She's picked an engineered wood siding in a granite color that is 100% recyclable.
I really like what you're doing, and I see it with especially the two colors. We know that. When that goes in, that actually really works.
I think you're gonna love it.
I like to joke and say, which siding are you on when it comes to picking the exterior facade for your home? While siding needs to look great, it's also a line of defense against weather and should play a part in protecting your home from the outside in. There are lots of options, including stucco, vinyl, brick, stone, aluminum, and wood siding, to name a few. Climate can play a big factor when choosing siding, so do your research when deciding what facade suits the weather conditions in your area. What works in humidity may not be recommended in a hot and dry climate, or in cold temperatures, or in an area with a high rate of freeze-thaw. There are certainly pros and cons to all the siding choices. Brick and stone have a classic solid look to them. They are durable and weather-resistant, but also porous. So there is some maintenance required when repointing and replacing the mortar between the brick and stone. Wood has a warm and rustic look to it, but there's a fair bit of maintenance required with painting and staining every few years. Aluminum is durable and cheaper than wood, but in general, it does see its share of dents and scratches. Of course, putting up a waterproof membrane behind all these options will help prevent moisture and rot issues down the road. Whatever siding you choose, proper installation by a reputable company is the key to durability and performance. So do your research to protect and maintain your home's exterior for many years.
Now, my dad and I are meeting with Crystal again to take a look at her selections for many of the interior finishes. I think we're on the same page already with
I
our...
love the mustard that we chose today, right?
You missed the memo.
Well, I have mustard on my shirt from my hot dog.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think that the theme we're going for with the entire place is comfortable space, kind of like an urban zen.
Really? Okay.
I knew you guys were gonna like each other.
That's right up my alley. I love it.
I don't even know if he knows what urban zen means, but he's like, urban zen?
Okay, that sounds good.
But to me, urban zen means it's got a nice flow. It's relaxing.
If I said modern zen.
This is his spectrum of design. Okay, well, we could do modern. We could also do modern.
Why did I have to bring him? I knew that this could be a little bit of a pain in my butt, and so be it.
First, I want to show you the colors of the kitchen cabinets. Off-white for the top cabinets, so we don't darken the space, and this blue-gray for the bottom cabinets, including the island, just to add some character. This is the idea of the countertop. It's quartz, it's very durable. It has that beautiful bluey-gray vein going through. I didn't want to do anything dark at all.
Yep, I think keeping it light makes the space look bigger.
Yes.
Doesn't feel so closed in.
Well, you ever put a glass that's
Yeah.
condensating on
Of
a
course.
counter and then you can't wipe
You
it out?
marble?
Right.
That's why it's really important to pick the right color. That it really
Right.
didn't show anything.
No, and this is like a matte finish. This is what I loved about this particular product.
I do like the matte finish.
Yeah. Okay, so for flooring, I've picked a hand-scraped maple engineered hardwood, which is great in a kitchen where there could be moisture and high traffic. And I love the distressed look of it. It should fare well with time.
Are you taking it out in the living room? It's everywhere.
Everywhere. So it just kind of flows very nicely with the space.
I think it's a crap load of wood, personally. I mean, I can see porcelain in the kitchen and the dining room. Wood comes right to the transition of the fireplace. I like zones. I like a hardwood in the living room, in the hallways, tiles in the kitchen.
I think breaking up the room with tile, I don't personally like that look, and I
I
think...
agree, I would just open it up.
The other thing I don't like that he agrees with you. Crystal and my son want hardwood flooring throughout the entire residential space. And I'd like to break that up a bit by using tile in the kitchen. It's not what I see, but that is me. Everyone can have their own opinion.
When we had all decided to create that space and have it so open, it was for a good reason, because you wanted that flow to go right towards the water.
Right.
So if you're cutting up those items, you want to ask yourself why. Why are we cutting it up with tile? Why are we doing that when the whole purpose of it was to have this beautiful flow that led right to the water?
I like the idea of the flow. So I'll agree to using hardwood in the kitchen.
Okay, okay.
I can't say anything.
Wow, that's a first. Mark that down in your calendar.
Handing those reins over to someone else, I need to learn to do this. It allows my time to be spent somewhere else where necessary.
My dad needs to head back home to attend to some business.
So I need you to take over.
I'll man the ship.
Mike, don't worry. We're gonna make sure your eyes are always on the project, just in
safety
case.
I feel better. I'll see you later.
Yeah, rest at ease. He'll be here.
Let's go, Dad. Come on. Today is a big day. We are going to level out the entire floor with a 32 MPa, which means it is going to be a strong concrete floor.
I left 1,000 Islands and they pulled out cardboard Mike.
We got the concrete about halfway done. We got another truck coming.
I don't know. I'm sure they abused him a little bit. I know the guys.
Okay, come on down, Dad.
Nice job, Mike! That was wicked!
That was incredible.
We couldn't do that again if we tried.
This is a really important stage of the build. When the concrete floor is done, then you know that things are really starting to come along. Next step, close the house in. While Cardboard Mike has been an absolute pleasure to work with, my dad is back on site on a very mucky day.
Mark, good morning, Marky.
Morning.
Holy crap. We got a lot going on here.
Techno post guys are here.
Have we got a structural pass
We got
yet?
framing inspection, we have plumbing
Okay.
inspection, mechanicals done.
And windows and doors are going in today. Okay, okay. I'm starting to feel good. Sounds like a job site.
at the back of the river house here, and our goal here today is to essentially drill in our foundation, our supports, for the second-story deck.
That's correct.
Fantastic. We've decided to go with steel helical piles because they offer a number of advantages. Standard wooden posts poured in concrete last about 10 years. These steel helical piles last a lifetime. So even though they're about double the initial cost, in the long run, they save money. They're also way faster and easier to install. We don't have to dig holes. We don't have to fill it with concrete. All we do is we auger these steel helical piles, and they will support more than enough weight that we need. These helical piles have sleeves on them, so the frost can't actually grab this post and heave it out of the ground. It grabs the sleeve can move up and down freely, and the post stays where it's supposed to be.
We need to get the top of the helix down below the frost level, and from there, the frost can't touch the helix. The sleeve takes care of the rest.
That's fantastic. So essentially, I have you and these helical piles in this machine.
That's right.
Right, I love it, man. This is saving me a lot of lower back pain.
Absolutely.
And since we're not actually digging up any soil and the piles last a lifetime, we have less of an environmental impact. I'm never pouring wooden posts again.
Never again.
I'm not gonna touch concrete.
Me either.
The biggest thing that we're working towards right now is closing in the river house. So we want to make sure that we seal off the elements from the outside. We're trying to do as much outside now so we don't have to when it's minus 10 degrees out.
I've really been looking forward to installing the huge sliding door off the dining room of the residential space. I'm excited. Just watch that, yep. That's super nice. Perfection.
Feels really good. You can actually start to visualize what this house is going to look like in the end.
Is it not beautiful? Like, look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
This is gone.
No, I love that. I think that would be a good idea.
Crystal and Andy have been back and forth about the design of the kitchen. The great idea was to move the kitchen to the back where you can see the river. I know it's going to work for the property. Hopefully, the kitchen design works for what I see. I feel left out here because I'm not designing anything. Well, what have you come up with? I'm excited.
Okay, so this is the floor plan. We decided to probably be the most functional. We have the river back here.
Already, I love that the sink is facing the water, and there is a massive island just behind that.
We have the fridge here and a small little pantry door.
So the fridge goes along the same wall as the sink and the 12-foot sliding glass door?
Yes, on that wall.
Really?
So the pantry at 24 inches deep.
Yes.
This fridge is going to stick out past that. Having the fridge where the island is encumbers the space, because this fridge is 30 inches deep. I don't know if this is really the greatest, because I know a fridge sticks out. Crystal and Andy have been back and forth about the design of the kitchen. I don't like the location of the fridge along the same wall as the sink. I think it will stick out too much and break up the flow. What if the cabinet was here, the fridge was here, move the stove over to here, which really opens up this area because I want to see the water. Just throwing it out there.
What he has to say is switching the stove and the fridge around so that we still have a double pantry, so that we still have the fridge and it's not bulky and in the way obstructing any views of the windows or the river. It's a good idea. So do we agree?
We agree.
Mike is right. I wore the wrong shirt. I'll get you all a shirt that says Mike is right.
I would love that. I'm Mike too, so this works for me. I'm okay with that.
There's a lot to think about when designing the layout for your kitchen. Too many homeowners get so focused on and excited about fancy finishes and high-end appliances, but they forget about the mechanicals. Mechanicals are the electrical, HVAC, and the plumbing. These are all behind the walls, but should be front and center in homeowners' minds. What are the electrical needs? Permits are required even if one receptacle is moved. What are the plumbing requirements for new appliances? Will duct runs need to be rerouted? All these decisions about the mechanicals could affect the kitchen layout you have in mind. I recommend that the first thing to do when planning a kitchen is have a reputable contractor take a look at your space to determine what can and can't be done. While almost anything can be done, it will come at a cost. In terms of achieving workflow and ensuring proper clearances, it all comes down to math. Appliance codes and cabinetry sizes must be taken into account when figuring out the layout of a kitchen. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen kitchens that have failed at math. Fancy appliances are great, but if the fridge handle doesn't have enough clearance and it hits the wall or the oven, that's not good. I could go on and on with this. Appliance codes, dimensions, and mechanicals matter when planning your dream kitchen. Hire a seasoned kitchen designer with a good reputation. This person will have seen it all, and they'll know what mistakes have been made in the past. And make sure you go with a kitchen company that has a good warranty and a reliable service department. Plan properly, do the math. Hire right, and your kitchen will be both efficient and beautiful.
We're taking advantage of a relatively mild day to get some exterior work done. We've decided to go with the stone skirt around the bottom of the river house. It's gonna give it a very nice craftsman-style look. Stone windowsills help rain fall to the ground, protecting the masonry below from water damage. While Mark's guys continue to work on the roof, stone skirt, and siding, my dad and I head home for a couple of weeks, only to return to a noticeable change to the landscape.
Let it snow.
I can tell my dad has something on his mind.
Mr. Holmes, I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Follow me.
Can we talk about this in the warmth or something? Or?
Don't trip. Yeah. Now, what do you think I'm gonna tell you next?
Did you get me that pony I always wanted?
No.
You bought me a house.
No.
You got me a new truck.
No, I might as well just tell you. I have come up here since we started this job every single season, and I gotta say, every time I come up here, I look around. My blood pressure goes down. I'm calm. I have waited for the worst time of the year. It's pretty much today. It's cold, it's snowy.
Yeah.
You see that place? I want to keep it.
My dad keeps throwing me these curveballs, as he has all my life. Here we go again.
Every time I come up here, I look around. My blood pressure goes down. I'm calm. You see that place? I want to keep it.
My dad keeps throwing me these curveballs, as he has all my life.
Think of small business. This is a huge opportunity here.
You're not wrong. Okay, I get it. It's a long-term investment.
It's not just about the money. I mean, this is the Thousand Islands. I'd like to keep a foothold here. Think of the future. I could retire here.
Yeah.
I could work here. I could live here. I could play here. And when I go, you can do the same things here. What do we work for?
Listen, now you're speaking my language. I get it. This means that you actually might retire and enjoy your life, then I'm for keeping it. At the end of the day, it's really a positive move.
It's a win-win for everyone, including the next generation.
Now, can we go back in the warmth? It is really cold.
All right, fine. Wimp.
With the decision made to keep the river house, the pressure's on to complete the build so we can find renters and have some money coming in.
All the drywall's up now, the hardwood's going in, the fireplace is in. The siding has been problematic with all the ice, with all the snow, rain. It's just been hard getting not only my guys out there, but getting it done. It has taken more than 2 months now for the siding. It's a huge job. Who am I kidding? It was supposed to be done by now, but you know what? It takes what it takes to make it right. All righty. The commercial space has been drywalled, and it's looking pretty good. Next up, Mark wants to show me the progress of the residential unit. Walking upstairs, seeing Mark and saying, what a difference from downstairs to upstairs. This feels good. It's got everything you're going to need. So prepping for the kitchen tomorrow is, I even like your beams. Just the way you did the exposed nuts really looks good.
We use a lot of hemlock because it's pretty economical, and you can see all the light spots, so it gives a lot more character than just having a piece of pine.
You love wood, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is we've actually reduced the square footage upstairs because of the overhang at the beginning.
That's right.
But we were able to put in the scissor trusses and put in a cathedral ceiling, which gives us more height, which gives you the appearance it's even bigger than it was. There's one thing that hasn't changed, it's that view. And the view is everything. Look out the window, the river. In this case, it was ice, but it's there. It's the icing on the cake. The oatmeal on my oatmeal cookies. I mean, the raisins in my oatmeal cookies. You know what I mean. I'm always calm when I come here. While we wait for the kitchen to be delivered, Crystal does some last-minute calculations of the space. As the guys continue with the siding, Mark builds the gable over the back door. It's been a busy day. The next morning, the kitchen gets delivered. And my son arrives.
Our kitchen's here.
Bend with your knees.
Dude, we're squeezing. Squeeze, squeeze. How's our height?
We're good?
Yep, good. So yeah, all we have is the fridge that's on that side.
Okay, so we'll probably get the base cabinets in today, upper cabinets in tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm more excited to see what you pick for furniture, final colors, your fluffing, which is the pillows.
Zhuzhing. Zhuzhing, yes.
Zhuzhing?
Yes.
Ooh, I didn't never heard that word.
It's a good one.
Good word. Crystal has really brought the natural beauty of the river and the outside into that house with all of the wood, the stone, the colors. She has nailed it.
I'm excited.
Really
I almost
exciting.
don't want to see upstairs until you're completely done.
That's fine with me. I would love to do that.
I'm okay with that. Look at the time. I gotta go. Thank you. We'll see you when it's done.
Okay. Now, the goal is to keep my dad away from the residential space so Crystal and I can surprise him with the kitchen and the furnishings. We've got our work cut out for us.
We do.
We're in the bathroom in the commercial space, and we're about ready to put on our tile substrate. Bathrooms are breeding grounds for mold. So the best way to prevent that is to put a substrate on that won't mold. One of the wonderful things about working with this tile substrate is it's super light and it's waterproof. So I don't have to go through the steps of a concrete board, then a waterproof skin. It's all in one. A tile setter can install it, waterproof it, and lay tile on the same day. Once it is tiled, it is as strong as concrete. The tile substrate is up. We are putting these strips of waterproof membrane, and these are gonna cover any areas that have screws or where the board meets. I hit it up here, you hit it low, boom, boom, bang, 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 boom. That's waterproof. While there's definitely a lingering chill in the air, the ice is melting away, hinting at a spring to come. Meanwhile, in the residential space, the rails are going on the deck facing the water. We had talked about going with the glass railing on the deck. However, we're right off the river. There's a lot of bugs here. You'd be constantly cleaning this glass railing. We've decided to go with a black picket railing instead because it's a lot easier to clean, a lot less maintenance, and it adds a lot of character and will look great against the river. It's not like the black pickets will block the view of the river. If anything, it adds a little bit more to the view. I know the entire crew is going to be working late tonight, so my dad and I decided to pick up pizza for everyone.
Mike, there's your pizza.
Ladies first.
What?
You're very welcome. So we're doing it?
That's good. Here's a contractor special. You take your 2 slices of pizza, you fold it over, and then when you bite into it, you don't burn your mouth, especially the roof of your mouth. That was really good.
After a quick dinner, we're ready to add the final touches to this river house.
All right. You like it?
I really do. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
We have one hell of a cleanup down here. We gotta wash the floors. We still have to clean down all the cabinets, the windows. The back floor's gotta be cleaned.
The key to wrapping all this up is to get you out of here.
I can leave, and I will come back in here, and I'm not gonna believe how beautiful
Oh
this
my
is.
God, that's what you're. I know you. And you want to be able to eat off every surface. I know you're going to see any little speck of dust. So when you come in tomorrow, like, oh, wow, that's so clean. You did such a good job, Mike. Nothing.
I will see you in the morning.
Break. It's getting late. We have people in the commercial space. We have people up in the residential space cleaning, getting it ready. We have to get it done. Time for a couple hours sleep before I show my dad the interior spaces of this work, live, play property.
Sexy is the word.
While we know we need to come back in the warmer weather to complete the landscaping at the River House, we must start generating income from a tenant. So we're excited that the interior spaces are ready to go.
First stop, the potential retail area of the commercial space.
Oh, baby. Function of this space is pretty simple. It's on the water side. People can come in, rent a pontoon boat, a fishing boat.
Right. It's a retail side.
Retail side, very good.
Let's go check out the shop space.
Sexy is the word.
Do you remember how rough this looked before? I remember walking through the space thinking, what in the heck did we just buy?
Like, look at the lift. It's perfect for anything. An ATV, a motorcycle, for a mechanic, someone that loves to work on boats, motors. This is just perfect.
Wait till you see what Crystal has done upstairs. I think is going to blow you away.
Welcome. Oh, I'm so excited for this day.
It's warm, it's comfortable, and this is the perfect entrance. It's the mudroom.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, I'm excited to see upstairs.
Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm really excited to see the inside. Bringing in a designer that I've never done before and relying on someone else to put the icing on the cake instead of me. This is like ridiculously beautiful. Wow, look at.
This is why having a designer is so important, and it's all in the details. It's the pillows on the couch.
Yes.
The throws, the pictures, the plants, everything that just brings this space together.
I feel like we nailed the original thought of this urban and zen feel. It's comfortable, it's cozy. We really wanted to bring the water in. Lots of pops of like blue and little details like the pulley systems and the propellers and things like that that just accentuate but doesn't have to overdo.
The little things, not hiding the sliding doors and the view outside, but complementing it with the curtains. The fireplace is stunning. Little desk in the corner. That's one hell of a funky fan. It's perfectly done.
Yeah.
Achieved.
You absolutely killed it.
What I'm really getting bothered by now is that somebody's gonna rent this place. This is all wrong. I really want to see the bedrooms first.
Okay.
Yeah, save the
Sounds
best for
good.
last.
Wow.
I love the tile choice, Crystal.
Nice tub, nice tile on the floor.
Yep. And what do you guys think of the craftsman trim on all the windows?
I love it.
It's warm.
Excellent.
Oh, I kind of like this.
So this is the spare room. Just wanted something that was relaxed and welcoming.
I love the design of the space. very neutral, very safe for potential renters.
Very nice. Very nice.
Move to the master.
Okay.
Oh, wow. This is gorgeous.
The tray ceiling with the pot lights obviously has this amazing kind of extension in height of the ceiling.
Very well done.
Good.
Very well done.
And then the master bathroom. Oh, wow.
It's clean looking. I even like the floating vanity.
I know you're not a fan.
Visually, it looks really good. You didn't do too big of a bowl, so
Right.
it's not overwhelming, and it is easy to clean around, so
Yes.
I like it. Even comes with a bathrobe.
Yeah, this is literally meant for you.
I am so not renting this
We
place.
have to.
I'd like to believe that if I'm feeling it, a tenant will feel it. My eyes go to the water.
We use those really large windows. Obviously, we didn't want to obstruct any of the view as much as possible.
This is a very open, very usable kitchen.
The way you guys switch the direction of the hardwood flooring creates a nice threshold.
It can still flow, but you've actually created almost like an entrance into another area.
exactly.
The entertaining area. So having the dining room on this side, having the stove here with the big island allows you to put food on top, people sitting at the bench. Everything ties in so
Yeah.
well. The 12-foot door just so works.
No.
This is making me warm and fuzzy inside. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm excited. I am humbled. Of course, I was a little bit humbled by this because it just goes to show that even as the tough guy that I am, it's like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to bring in a designer. Well, you know, I open up and say, why not? Let's give it a try. You knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know we're still not complete. I know we still have to finish the exterior. However, we've come so far. Our partnership between my dad and I have grown a lot.
This wonderful journey of coming out to the Thousand Islands has been an overwhelming gift for me.
So, as the fog lifts and the temperatures rise, we make one final trip back to our work, live, play property to complete the landscaping.
It has been a year. Back and forth, up and down.
We're wrapping it up. We're finishing the exterior of the river house. This will be our last trip, at least for work.
We need to concentrate on finishing the exterior areas, including a new fence, retaining wall, and interlocking stone pathways. We have enough people, we're focused. 2 days.
While we've been away, Mark and his crew have been replacing the old retaining wall in between the two houses.
Now look at it. What a difference. These are 2,600 pounds per stone. That is so heavy, there's nothing that can push that. And if a car hits it, doesn't damage the wall, they damage the car. On top of that, we put down some river rock.
River rock is a very good choice for the landscaping here at the River House. The smooth stones provide a natural extension from the water onto the land. And they are very durable for all of the foot traffic from the boaters. Also, now that we've regraded the property so water flows away from the foundation, the river rock will assist with proper drainage. River rocks are fireproof, shock absorbent, don't attract insects, and are very low maintenance. They're resistant to wind erosion, which is just a fancy way of saying they won't blow away. River rock costs more than mulch, but doesn't need to be replaced nearly as often. Speaking of mulch, I like it. It just doesn't suit the needs of this location as well. We've used mulch in many of our other projects. It is more of a fire hazard and does need to be replaced every few years, but there are many benefits. Mulch reduces erosion and water loss to the soil. It also provides a renewable source of nutrients in the soil as the mulch decays over time, which will speed the growth of trees and plants. In fact, mulch keeps plants warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So, do your research to figure out whether mulch or river rock is the best option for your landscaping. They will both add value, functionality, and beauty to your property. There's still lots to do as I join our mason Gilbert to plaster or parge the exterior foundation.
Carging, that's the icing on the cake. That's the finishing. It's not just aesthetics that it looks good. It serves a purpose. It stops water penetration. We have a freeze-thaw every single year. Moisture gets into block. What it does is, at freezing point, freezes and breaks the block. If you can stop that from happening and it looks good, we need to do that.
Well, it looks fantastic. We'll be working late tonight, but the exterior at the River House is really coming together as we're down to the finishing touches.
You look comfortable.
Okay. Although we've been doing this a long time, it still feels great to see the project that you've been working on for so long in its finished state. It's been a long year, but we're finally here.
I feel good. And I'm excited to actually walk around the outside.
And really see all of those finishing touches.
You want to see it?
Let's see it.
I'm excited. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Nobody put the time and attention into this property that it needed.
I wasn't counting on taking the house down. I really believed we could gut it, fix it, put it back together.
It would have taken more time, and time is money, to actually fix everything that was existing, so it made more sense to take it all down and rebuild it.
It did.
Look at it now.
Changing the pitch of the roof,
I love the new roof design.
exceeding the height, allowing bigger garage doors.
Also, we don't have to worry about the snow sitting on the roof. We have a nice steep pitch.
Don't forget, we put up a metal roof that's gonna last a lifetime. This fence is perfect. Having the river rock, creating that swale under the fence, helps stop the water from going onto the neighbor's property.
Exactly.
I don't know if I've ever seen something so perfectly graded. Remember, there used to be a bathtub right here, holding water. We were here yesterday, and it downpoured rain.
Yeah.
And there wasn't one puddle. Everything we did with possible drainage, resloping, regrading,
Yeah.
has solved that big water problem. Look at what we see. We see the islands, we see the docks, we see the water.
It is absolutely magnificent.
Look at the stone all the way around the property.
It's a craftsman-style house. It has the stone skirt and the stone retaining walls.
Even the little things like the flower planters at the doors, it's just inviting.
It's the zhuzhing.
Standing here and looking back at this, the deck. This needed a big deck off those beautiful doors with the roof.
The black railing and the fan just works so well in there.
And having this little sitting area, it's just for people that want to come in, they want to go out to the docks and to their boats. They can sit, turn on the fireplace, and enjoy it. And you look at the interlocking stone tying in with the landscaping and bringing it down, wrapping around the retaining wall to invite you to the dock. This is exactly what I envisioned when I pulled you on right out there in the pontoon boat and looked what we could do. It went from just crap to gold. I feel kind of humble. And this view is stunning, but you know what? It's all about this. It gives you reasons to stop working so hard.
Take a moment to just breathe it all in and enjoy it.
I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Now, it's time to enjoy it.
When everything is complete, it reminds me why I do what I do. This is beautiful.
I really think we've achieved the vision that we had of the work, live, play property in the Thousand Islands.
All said and done, it was worth every single penny and every single effort that we put into it.
And so, it's with sadness that we say goodbye to the Thousand Islands. And even though we know we'll be back, The amazing experience with building this live, work, play property in this breathtaking part of the world is now over, and another house awaits.
Dance floor's up there. Okay, all right. Oh.
We have a lazy Susan.
I don't understand this. Why is her name Susan?
Because Susan is lazy.
Get over here. I don't want any problems, okay? Here, look, see?
Cheers.
Yeah, man.